Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Hi, I'm Peggo, and we're starting. And we're starting in, really, this has to be this is so strange because I have never hosted an online concert before, and everything about this is brand new. And I welcome all of you, and I'm so glad that you're here helping us to brave this path, which is our theme, Brave, as you might have noticed. So, yeah, I just want to tell you a little bit about what to expect. We don't actually know what it's going to be like. None of us do, because none of us have done a virtual online concert before. But our theme tonight is Brave. And in an effort to find ways to connect and sing together, this concert is being created by community, by collaborative community, for you, for us. With this concert, we are affirming that we are brave enough to find ways to express our creativity no matter what the circumstances. And certainly the circumstances we live in now call for all the creativity we can find. So I want to tell you a little bit about the process. It began with an idea, which was all the ways that we are brave in our lives. And that idea is like a magnet, and it starts collecting songs that go into a folder that I keep around for many weeks and months. And then the songs get winnowed down, and we need to have visuals as well as audio. Normally we could just sing them for you live, and we'd be at South Church, and there'd be all this high-powered energy. And if you've been to one of our concerts before, you can just imagine that. This is a way to stay connected. And on top of that, we need visuals. So I recorded the basic tracks. Songweavers recorded themselves with me. Those songs were then mixed and paired with visuals, including 2 videos and a Songweaver slideshow made by our very own, very clever Songweavers. So we want you to participate. There are words in your program. If you don't have a program, there's a link on the YouTube and the Zoom, depending on where you are, chat rooms. You can find the program there. There are words there, and we will also put the words in the chat if you don't have one. So sing live, sing with gusto, bop around your living room if you want to. Don't feel like you have to stay seated. This is not TV. This is a live concert. So we do live in a brave new world. Deborah Roof, a Songweaver and a minister, wrote to me this morning and said that COVID had finally reached into her small congregation, where she said a young couple are struggling for their lives in 2 separate hospitals, which is tough. This is going on across the country. But she said this. She said, "What you all are doing is no less than life-giving and certainly love-giving to people all over. And the world needs all the love you can give." So let's sing out loud and send our love and our light into every corner that we can find. So a couple of reminders, those of you on Zoom, remember to stay muted, the famous Zoom axiom. Stay muted, please, unless you're speaking. And the rest of you who are in our audience know that even if you can't see us, we are here, we are singing, we are showing we are having our phone ring in the background. We are distracted by that. But we're going to be doing the body percussion. We're going to be doing all kinds of things. We're doing it even if you can't see it. So, and I'm going to assume that you're doing it too, even though I can't see you. So on to the first song. The first song is appropriately called Plant a Seed, and it's by Heather Pearson, who lives in New Hampshire and is a wonderful composer and songwriter and leads community singing and supports community singing wherever she is. With Bernice Martin, she created Heart Songs and Circle Songs. Heather and Bernice have been leading bi-weekly community sings online since the spring to, quote, teach and share our songs with any and all who would like to join us in the hopes of planting the seeds of community, unity, joy, and peace in as many hearts as we can. Thank you, Heather, for this song and for permission to use your video of this song. She's got her own virtual video, Plant a Seed, and the chorus words are going to be in your chat, so sing along.
Plant a seed of yourself wherever you may go. And may the wind and water make you stronger as you grow. And may the earth bring flowers from the seeds that you sow. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant the seeds of love and of joy and peace. Plant the seeds of love and of joy and peace. Plant the seeds of love and of joy and peace. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant the seeds of love. Plant the seeds of joy. Plant the seeds of peace. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant a seed of love and of joy may go. And may the wind and water and of joy as you grow. Plant the seed the earth bring flowers and of joy that you sow. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant a seed of love and of joy may go. Plant the seeds in the water and of joy as you grow. Plant the seed the earth bring flowers and of joy that you sow. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant the seed of love and of joy may go. Plant and may the wind and water and of joy as you grow. Plant the seed the earth bring flowers and of joy that you sow. And where there is need, plant a seed. Plant a seed of love and of joy may go. And may the wind and water and of joy as you grow. Plant the seed the earth bring flowers and of joy that you sow. And where there is need, plant a seed. And where there is need, plant a seed.
All right, I hope you all were singing over there. I see your lips moving, some of you. So now we're going to do Honey in the Rock. And I want to say this song is an old traditional spiritual, but the arrangement we're doing is adapted from Nick Page. And our behind the scenes online concert producer is Linda Shoemaker, who also works for the Mystic Chorale and has had, and apparently Nick in a recent rehearsal, I guess it was, or something like that, sang Honey in the Rock. It's just a really fun song. And I want to teach you the chorus right now. The words are, well, you'll catch them on. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. So there's honey in the rock. Feed every child of God. Ready? There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. One more time. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. Okay, that's the rousing chorus. And then the verses are going to be sung by soloists. We have Juliana Moore on the first one, Emily Preston on the second one, and Julie Ward and Kathy Burpee on the third verse. And we are going to, this is the verses are call and response, and they're going to sing a line, and we're going to say, feed every child of God. And then they'll sing, 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 and we go, feed every child of God. So you'll catch on because we have tracks with Songweavers singing all that. So you get the chorus and you feed every child of God. And you get to enjoy this really upbeat, fun song. I want to just point out that since you can't see us, well, we are live, and you can see some of us live periodically through this, but you aren't seeing what you would normally see. So Emily Preston has made a slideshow of Songweavers doing what we normally would be doing at this time of year. So here it is, Honey in the Rock.
A 1, 2. 1, 2. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. Heart to heart and hand to hand. Feed every child of God. Together we'll push to the promised land. Feed every child of God. When I'm happy I'll shout and sing. Feed every child of God. And make the heavenly spirit ring. Feed every child of God. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. One of these mornings bright and fair. Feed every child of God. Gonna take my flight in the middle of the air. Feed every child of God. One of these nights about 12 o'clock. Feed every child of God. This whole world's gonna reel and rock. Feed every child of God. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. We can have justice if we can. Feed every child of God. Right is right and fair is fair. Feed every child of God. If the chains hold us down, we're gonna break the lock. Feed every child of God. Then we'll taste sweet honey in the rock. Feed every child of God. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Honey in the rock, honey in the rock. There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed every child of God. Feed every child of God. Feed every child of God.
And now we have Mary Danka, who is going to introduce our next piece. Mary, wherever you are, unmute yourself and talk to us.
Here we go. Hi, it's nice to be here with everyone. 2020 saw the passing of the great civil rights activist and statesman, John Lewis. Elizabeth Melvin has honored John Lewis's legacy by putting his words to music. If you see something unjust or unfair, stand up and make good trouble. Good, necessary trouble. May his words serve as an inspiration to us all.
Stand up and make good trouble. Speak up and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. Stand up or be afraid. Make good trouble. Speak up, make some noise. And make good troubles. Get up or be afraid. Make good trouble. Rise up, make some noise. Make good troubles. Stand up or be afraid. Good trouble. Speak up, make some noise. Make good troubles. Get up or be afraid. Make good trouble. Rise up, make some noise. Make good troubles. Stand up or be afraid. Good trouble. Speak up, make some noise. Make good troubles. Get up or be afraid. Good trouble. Rise some noise. Make some noise. Make good troubles. Never be afraid. Good trouble. Rise up. Make some noise. Make good troubles. Never ever be afraid. Just make some noise. Make some noise. Make good troubles. Never ever be afraid. Just make some noise. Make some noise. Good troubles.
Our next song is
Go ahead. I'll say
Okay.
what I was going to say later.
okay. Our next song is by Pat Humphries, a singer-songwriter who I've admired for a long time. This song, Swimming to the Other Side, has many lines that speak to being brave as we journey through our thoughts and feelings, balance at the
Uh-oh. Shoot. Ruth, can you unmute yourself again? Emily?
done it. It's done.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Okay, because we all are on a journey together and live under the same Big Dipper, we hope you'll join us. Peggo is going to teach us a part for you to sing along.
Yeah, so the great land of muting and unmuting in Zoom is a constant, life just goes on and you just, deal with all these little tiny aggravations and move along. I do want to just thank Rainey Levitt Esmel for that fabulous, inspiring video about John Lewis. And I want to say that when my husband Paul was in Congress, John Lewis was serving and he served with him. So I had a chance to meet him. And so seeing these pictures of him is just so moving. So thank you, Rainey, very much. All right. So I want to teach you this song by Pat Humphries, and then Louis Collins, who is a good friend of Pat Humphries, wrote this really cool piece for the audience to sing. And Ruth and I decided that we definitely had to do it. So I want to teach you, the words are in your program. And here's what we're going to do the way we do it in a Songweavers concert. I'll sing a line and then you sing it back. And in order to know whether you're matching me, I'm going to sing it with you. So basically you're going to hear me singing it twice, but the second time you sing with me. Okay. We are living, we are dwelling. Just do that. We are living, we are dwelling in our grand and awesome time. In our grand and awesome time. We can worship, we can cherish, we can worship, we can cherish all the ones we live beside. All the ones we live beside. So now I'm going to sing it all the way through and sing it with me. We are living, we are dwelling in our grand and awesome time. We can worship, we can cherish all the ones we live beside. Let's do it one more time. We are living, we are dwelling in our grand and awesome time. We can worship, we can cherish all the ones we live beside. I love these words. I've found myself singing them for the whole last month. It's a really interesting thing that we live in this time, in this grand and awesome time, and we get to be here for this. So what will happen is Emily is going to do her technological wizardry in her little pod there, and then Ruth will start singing with this we're calling it the descant. So with this part comes right on, and you can sing right along, and it comes with the chorus every time. Okay, Ruth, take her away.
We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathered at the brink of wisdom. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have gone before me band together to be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share. Have been given since life's beginning, and we never knew that they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
I am remembering to unmute myself. Thank you, Ruth. I love that song. That was fabulous. Love your guitar playing. Okay, Lindsey, take it away with the Songweaver drummers.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsey.
And I'm Grace.
And we co-direct the Songweaver drumming ensemble, which is a part of the Songweavers experience. And we teach West African style drumming on the djembe. And our teachers come from Mali, Guinea, Senegal, Nigeria. And the first teacher was Babatunde Olatunji, who would have loved this concert. So this year we switched to teaching Songweaver drumming online, as Peggo switched to online chorus. Everything's online now, but it's going really well. We taught through the summer on Zoom. And then we got together in person before it got too cold. And we did a little video shoot. And we filmed this rhythm, which you'll hear, called Meni. And it's an agricultural rhythm from Sierra Leone that we learned from the master dancer and drummer, Mohamed Khalifa Kamara, who's in Boston. Feel free to dance in your seat, to clap and sing along and let loose. And this might be nice for like the hardy New Englanders, where maybe we didn't all grow up singing and dancing. So actually we need to turn off our videos in order for the video to play. So no one's even looking. So just let loose and have fun.
Drum roll, please.
Yay! Nice sunset. Whoa, love that. Oh, that's so fun, imagining summer. We'll get the drummers coming back again a little bit later in the program. And right now we have Justine Paul ready to introduce our next song.
The following song is called I Am Not Free. The music was written during COVID by a Scottish composer, Penny Stone, who is a song leader, community musician, singer, and activist. During COVID, she has written many songs and shared them via YouTube with people from around the world. The words were written by Audre Lorde, who died in 1992. who was a self-described Black lesbian, mother, warrior, and poet. Audra dedicated both her life and her creative talent to confronting and addressing injustices of racism, sexism, classism, and homophobia. The words to this song will be in the chat if you want to sing along at home.
I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. Even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own. I am not free. I am not free when any woman is unfree, even though her shackles are very different from my own.
Okay, so now Songweavers need to stand up, and Karen Ballin is going to introduce this next fantastic song by the Artemisia Trio.
Our next song, What Happens When a Woman, is by the Artemisia Trio, a Chicago-based trio. As a quote on their
retirement income in 30 seconds. Guaranteed.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. As a quote on their Instagram post about this song, What Happens When a Woman is a song for the strong women of our world who seek to empower themselves by asking the important questions. As we listen to and sing this powerful song, may we rise above, lead with love, and remember, we've just begun.
Guaranteed monthly income for life.
What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she wears the crown? What happens when she rules her own body? What happens when she sets the beat? What happens when she bows woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she wears the crown? Whoa, we rise above. Whoa, we lead with love. Whoa, we have won. We are one. We've just begun. Whoa, we rise above. Whoa, we lead with love. Whoa, we have won. We are one. We've just begun. We've just begun. What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't? What happens when she won't? What happens when a woman? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens when a woman? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens when she wears the crown?
I love that song. They actually, I was in touch with the Artemisia Trio, who gave us permission, obviously, to play that video. And that is the new video that they made in the spring. It's just so fabulous and so much fun. And we've been learning the body percussion, stumbling our way through, slapping our thighs and clapping in time and in offbeats and all that good stuff. So, okay, next, Jane.
The next song is Great Good Fortune. It was composed by Becky Graber, who is the director of the Brattleboro Women's Chorus in Brattleboro, Vermont. And help me, Peggo. I lost.
Anna Matera.
Anna Matera.
Anna Matera, yeah.
Becky wrote the music and put together the music with the words of the infamous and wonderful Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, Great Good Fortune.
Do 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 do.
So often in life, the things that we regard as an impediment turn out to be great good fortune.
You can
So often in life, the things that we regard as an impediment turn out to be great good fortune.
You can
So often in life, the things that we regard as an impediment
disagreeable.
You can disagree with things that we regard as
visible.
being disagreeable.
Visible.
You can disagree with things that we regard as being disagreeable.
Visible. You can
Things that we regard as when a thoughtless or unkind word is spoken. So that's the things that we regard as when a thoughtless or unkind word is spoken. So that's the things that we regard as when a thoughtless or unkind word is
I'd like to add to that that wonderful video was put together by Rain Levitt Esmil, and Mary Donka.
So here's the good news. My husband is in the other room and he just shouted at me to unmute. What I said was, thank you, Becky, for that fabulous song. And now I'd like to introduce Kathy Bullock, Dr. Kathy Bullock, who I met working with Becky and Jane Lowy on the Women Sing 100, which is a program that we did to celebrate women's suffrage. And Kathy is a international and national renowned expert on sacred African American music. She's a performer, a conductor, an accompanist, an arranger, and scholar specializing in gospel music, spirituals, and classical music of the African diaspora. Her joy and sheer exuberance, I mean, you cannot keep this woman down, are completely infectious. She's hilarious. It was great fun to have we had long meetings and they were always fun because Kathy's hilarious. And so I am actually personally thrilled to have her join us and teach us a really cool song from Joe Pace, I Still Have Joy. Take it away, Kathy.
I had to hit it a couple of times. Okay, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
Hear me okay? Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Peggo, for inviting me to come. I've just been enjoying the songs and being so uplifted by them all. It's just like, wow. So I wanted to share this song with you. The name of it is I Still Have Joy. And it was, I'm not sure how long ago, not too long ago, but it's in a bluesy style of singing. And the words are in your program or in the chat. Okay, the first thing to remember about this song is that the words say, I still have joy. I mean, this is in the midst of a once in 100 years pandemic when millions of people have this illness and so many have died. And then with our things in array in terms of our own country and then others and people not having jobs, how can we think about anything with joy? Well, I'm glad I asked that question. What this song says is that, guess what? I woke up today. I can see, even with my glasses. I can move my hands. I can move my body, or some parts of it anyway. And so joy is a decision, not something that you wait to happen to you, but you decide that you are going to treat the world with joy. You're going to choose joy. This song invites us all to choose joy in the midst of all that is happening. We can't control what's outside, but we can control what's happening with it. Okay, so I will teach this song the same way that Peggo taught the song. So I'll sing one part, and then you repeat it after me. Okay, actually, it's an echo at the beginning. I'll sing, after all. Y'all sing, after all. Now I'll do it again. After all. You sing again. After all. Now, am I supposed to be spotlighted, Peggo? Because I see your beautiful spotlighted, but I don't know if it's supposed to.
I don't know. Linda's in charge of that, and she'll do.
There I am. Hello, me. Thank you. Okay, here we go. So I'll sing. After all, sing after all, after all, after all. Listen to this part. After everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. I added a whole long part. It goes, after everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. And then I'll sing, through the storm, and the rain. Oh, y'all are good. You got that. Okay, the next part goes, through heartaches, yes, and pain. Heartaches, yes, and pain. And then your ending is, thank God I Thank God. Thank God I still have joy. Yes. Now I'll do the entire line. There's echo at the beginning and then your part. And instead of singing the melody, I'll sing one of the higher parts. That was the tenor line. Everybody sings After All, that part in unison. And then when it gets to everything I've seen. So I'll do it again. Here we go. After all, after all, after all, after all, after everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. I was singing the alto part that one time. Did you get that? Through the storm, and the rain, through heartaches, yes, and pain. Thank God I still have joy. Yes, that's a little tricky. So what I did, I sneaked it in there first. The first time I sang the tenor line through, and the second time I did the alto. And now this time I'm going to do the soprano, and then I'll go through them all again. And then we'll just sing it and jam. And I know your parts are wonderful. I can hear you in my imagination. Okay, here we go. After all. Now this time for sopranos. Everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. Through the storm, and the rain, sopranos, heartache, yes, and pain, thank God I still have joy. Now, there were 3 different parts. If there's bass, you can sing along with the alto line. And I'm going to go through each line again. That's basically the whole song. There's a part that will repeat at the end, I still have joy. And at that part, that's when I need to see it hand clapping and moving all the parts of the body and just rejoicing for another day. Okay, so this one goes out the tenor part. After all, after everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. Through the storm, and the rain, through heartaches, yes, and pain, thank God I still have joy. Remember that joy at the end, that last time. Thank God I still have joy. Okay, I'll do it again through. That was wonderful. I saw your mouths moving. It was just fierce. Okay, this time altos. After all, after everything I've seen, thank God I still have joy. Through the storm, and the rain, through heartaches, yes, and pain, thank God I still stay on my same note. Still have a joy. Your last part is thank God I still have joy. Y'all heard that little part? All right. Sopranos. After all, after everything I've seen, thank God I still and the rain, and the rain. Heartaches, yes, and pain. Thank God I still have joy. That thank God last time. Thank God I still, come on, sopranos, still have joy. Now, we'll sing that all the way through, and then there's a verse that I'll sing, but you come in with those same parts. Thank God I still have joy. And then there's what we call a vamp at the end, where you just keep repeating over and over again. Sopranos will sing, I still have joy. I still have joy. Yeah. Altos will sing, I still have joy. Altos, I still have joy. And the tenors will sing, I still have joy. Yes, I still have joy. And we'll get into our groove. Okay, now in this song, it's very important that you enjoy yourself. It's critically important. It's important that you smile, that you move. Okay, YouTube family, y'all too. Or Facebook or YouTube, whichever one it is, okay? And that your hands are clapping, and that you're moving, and that we just feel the joy. There's power and healing in that. Okay, now I think we're ready to do the whole thing. So what I did is I recorded some of the background stuff, and I'm going to keep singing my part, and hopefully this will all work. Okay, y'all ready? Oh, I know you are. All right, let me turn this thing on. Let's see how this thing goes. All right. Now, could y'all hit that okay? Peggy, was that all right? Peggo? All right, y'all, here we go. Are you ready? Are y'all ready? All right, okay, here we go. Okay, let me do it again. Ooh, after all, after everything I've seen, thank God I still I'm sick, I still have joy. When I get well, I still, oh, I got joy. Yeah. So much joy, I still have joy through the storm and the rain, through heartaches, yes, and pain. Thank God I still have joy. Yes.
You go, girl. Oh my God, that was fabulous. I hope all of you were having as much fun as I was. Kathy, thank you so much. I'm far away from my microphone. Running.
Oh, we heard you, Peggo.
Oh, good.
I had a blast and I saw you jamming. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, total jam. Excellent. Okay, on that note, wow. All right. Lindsey and Grace, we're up for a drum piece.
Wow, that was super moving.
That was fabulous.
Thank you, Kathy.
I'm full of joy right
Yeah.
So our drum group is going to play Cuckoo. It's a Mandé celebration rhythm, played in Guinea, Mali, Senegal, West Africa from the Mandé people. This rhythm can be played to celebrate a wedding, a birthday, a baptism, buying a new truck, whatever you need to celebrate. Cuckoo is one of the rhythms that's played for that. And while there were very few women djembe players in West Africa, which we noticed, one of our teachers, Mamadi Keita, told us that the women were the original drummers. They were the ones who composed many of the traditional rhythms in the old days while they were working together. In the traditional sense, these rhythms would be part of their everyday life and not separated as performance and audience. Instead, it would be a community gathering. The name of the drum we're playing is a djembe, and that means come together. So we're all dialing in from different parts of the country, and we're coming together to celebrate life and community.
Enjoy.
And joy. Yeah.
All right. So what's cool about this class, we've been able to meet on Zoom, and y'all have done a really good job in learning this stuff. And thank you, Emily, for coming in the last minute with the Junjuns.
Yay!
And I think you sound better than ever playing like with this practice way where you can't, we can't hear you, but you can hear you and you can hear us. And it has begun.
Yes. Well, drumming has been a lifesaver for me. I've been at it for 13 years, apparently, according to the music school. And I feel like I've accomplished enough that I can actually play now.
For sure. Yeah. You're awesome.
That is good.
That's great.
It's relaxing when we do it.
It is.
It really is. And especially now during this horrible pandemic. Thursday nights are the highlight of the week.
Yes.
And when we all get together on that tiny screen, and I always feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
25 years. I've been doing this 25 years.
And is this the first year you've had to wear a mask?
Very first year I've had to wear a mask.
We did it on Zoom, and now we're live and in person. Have you heard how it sounds?
It's just been wonderful this summer, real lifesaver to be able to get together and drum and see everyone's lovely faces.
Highlight of the week. It feels great.
Yeah.
I've been doing Songweaver drumming since 1993.
Here we go.
Yay!
Yay. How fun. How fun to see you all do that together. Okay, so now for our title piece. But first, I want to read you ways that we have been brave during COVID-19. Songweavers and Songweaver drummers, all the various ways we've had to try new things. We are learning new ways to sing together, coming to terms with Zoom, muting and unmuting, recording our voice, singing alone, singing harmony, sending our voice out into the world for someone to hear, feeling vulnerable, unsure of our voice, and singing anyway. Learning how to record and video ourselves singing for a virtual choir, learning how to mix other voices into songs on GarageBand, how to use breakout rooms, how to create a driveway choir, how to be friendly with technology, willing to sing by ourselves without the comfort of Songweavers literally singing around us, listening with compassion, trusting our sister Songweavers, trusting our voices and goodwill, and staying connected while being apart. Esther Balazs struck a chord for all of us when she said, "I am happy that I get to express myself through my voice, and I am willing to be brave because I love doing it." So our plan was, here's another brave opportunity for all of us. Kathy Burpee, thank you so much, Kathy, spent untold days, weeks, and months probably creating a virtual choir for you, which it turns out requires a sync license, short for synchronization license, which did not come in time, I am sorry to say. So what you will see is a still shot of the virtual choir video, and you will hear Julie Ward doing the solo with Calvin on the piano and the Songweaver drummers accompanying. And you'll see shots of the Songweavers. Anyone who wanted to be part of this virtual choir could. It was new to all of us. And then as a bonus for coming to our concert tonight, we will send you, when we get that sync license, we will send you this bonus track and you can watch it, the whole thing in its entirety at that time. So now we present to you Brave.
Into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside with no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I want to see you be brave. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I want to see you be brave. Everybody's living there. Everybody's listening down by the enemy. Falling for the fear and doesn't disappear and bow down to the mighty. Don't run, just stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in and show me how big your brain is. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave and
unmute, he says from the other room, the God by the door. Okay. Thank God he's there, actually. Otherwise, I would not catch on as quickly. Excellent. Thank you. So now we come to our last song, which is a very sweet song, and it's called This Is Home, and it has some sign language. And I want to teach you the signs. The words are going to be in your program. And let me start. So the first gesture is you bring your hands up, which you can't see below the screen, and they come up into a rooftop up by your heart. And we're going to sing, This is home. So try that again. Here's your first note. This is home. Here's your second line. Where I belong. So you turn out, in my case, it's my right hand, circle it once or twice, and then put it on your sternum and on your heart. So let's do those together. This is home, where I belong. In this breath, so the breath is in the diaphragm, right? So we're just letting the breath go out and in. So it goes like this. In this breath, in this heart. So let's do that much again. So in this breath, in this heart. Here we go. This is home, where I belong. In this breath, in this heart. Now, same as the first line. This is home, where I belong. And now we have in this voice, in this song. So it's basically two fingers together for the S in this song that's spinning out of your mouth out into the world. So in this voice, in this song. So let's do the second half. This is home, where I belong, in this voice, in this song. Okay. This is home, where I belong. In this voice, in this song. So let's do the whole thing again. Here we go. This is home, where I belong. In this breath, in this breath, in this heart. This is home, where I belong. In this voice, in this voice, in this song. It's very moving, imagining all of you singing that in this voice, in this breath, in this heart. This is our home. So now we have, I'm going to turn this over to Linda. We have some tracks and you can sing some parts and do the sign language and sing with us.
This is home, where I belong. In this breath, in this heart. This is home, where I belong. In this voice, in this song.
is home, people. This is home. So thank you all. That is the end of our show. And we're very happy to have had you. And we will send you this bonus track down the road when the bureaucracy spits out a license to us. I want to thank Kathy Bullock and Kathy Burpee for doing that great video, and all the staff at the music school who helped create this. This is a collaboration. And to Linda Shoemaker and Matt Langley behind the scenes, whom you do not see but are making this all happen. The Songweaver drummers, Emily and Peg, Grace and Lindsey, Calvin on the piano, and all of the wonderful Songweavers. I see some of you who didn't sing with us this fall. See you on the Zoom here, and I love seeing you. So, you know, it takes a village, and we're all very glad that you're part of ours. So we're going to leave the chat up. So we're going to have unmuted cacophony very shortly. So feel free to stay, and thank you all very much. If you have friends who'd like to see this, this will be up on the Concord Community Music School webpage, YouTube channel, and they can catch it there. And if you haven't made a donation, the music school, especially in this time, could always use an extra $1 or 10 or 20. And thank you very much for your long time support. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Woohoo! Woohoo! Unmute yourselves. Let's.
Yay! Yay! Oh.
Peggo!
We love Peggo!
Hey, Songweavers!
Stop everybody. We loved it.
Hey, Grace.
Greetings.
Join us again.
Great
Happy
job.
July. That was awesome. Awesome.
Thank you, Peggo.
Yeah, thank you.
Joy.
Thank you, soloists.
Thank you, music school.
Scan the screen. Oh yeah, there's Joellen. Bransmeyers. Kids. Oh, how cool. And Grace's sister.
We're congratulating each other, basically.
Egg.
You all did a wonderful job.
Hey, we rock. We rock. Yeah, we do.
And 1 second.
We're pages. Wow.
Song about joy.
Grace's
Sorry, there we
sister. Yay.
Hi, Linda.
Tools!
Thank you.
Kathy Bullock, thank you so much. That song was have to teach that song to Songweavers next semester. Yeah.
Yes! We want to use that.
Definitely.
Let's learn it next semester.
Yeah.
And we have the drummers can rum amok. Yeah. For unmuting me.
How to do that?
Joellen!
So good. Woo!
They've gone on. They were on.
That's some toy that's going on, right? Oh my God. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We did it.
That song. This is home. It's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? Actually, you know, Jane Lowy, Jane taught us that song at Hallelujah Farm. Yeah, and we did it the first year after that. We've done